What you need to know about GLP1s. Hi, this is Dr. Randall. I'm a health and healing author and educator, and I do these Friday videos to go in depth on one particular topic related to health and healing. And today I want to spend this entire video on the craze over GLP1s and why they are not the best idea except in extreme cases. We are in a weight crisis in the US and in other parts of the world where ultra-processed foods dominate the diet. And so there's no question about that. The majority of people, and now more and more so, children and teens are overweight, and we're edging into the obese category more and more. But the solution to this weight crisis is not an easy fix. It's not another convenience. It's not another pharmaceutical, again, except in cases of last resort, and I'll get back to that. I was actually listening to a podcast from a double certified obesity doctor who prescribed GLPs on the first visit because all her patients have done it all, and so they need this treatment. And the biggest problem I had was that she and the host actually joked about the muscle mass loss and joked about, oh, is there a pill yet for keeping muscle mass or building muscle mass? And it's like, oh, no, not yet. And to me, that is so flippant, so unethical, because muscle loss, especially in menopausal women and especially in older adults, happens without adding a drug that cuts muscle loss even more dramatically. And so why are we always searching for convenience? Why are we always searching for symptom management rather than healing at the root? And that's something you need to be thinking about, because we are a society that loves convenience. And one other note before we get into the pros and cons of these GLP-1s, and my goal with the article that I'll include in the notes, as well as this video, is I just want you to have informed consent, because I have a feeling many of these places that prescribe these don't talk about the cons much at all, just the pros. And so here's the one other thing to think about. If you are addicted to food, if food is something you always reach for comfort in times of when you're anxious or stressed or angry, then this needs to be healed at the root before you even think about diets. And if you have been trying dieting and failed, this may be one of the main causes. When we have unresolved past trauma, we use crutches to self-medicate. Oftentimes it's alcohol, sometimes it's hard drugs, sometimes it's gambling or shopping. But for many people, it's food, especially these ultra-processed foods that are focused on the bliss point, focused on just you wanting more and more, because they are so full of chemicals that have been tested to get to both your taste buds and in your brain with the dopamine hit. So please heal yourself. All right, quickly now onto the pros and cons of these GLP-1s. The pros, obviously, yes, you'll have significant weight loss. It does improve cardiometabolic risk factors. It obviously aids in appetite control, and it may help with other addictions because it suppresses this reward system in your brain. But the negatives, the cons, it ignores the root cause of why you have gained all this weight. It causes muscle loss. It hijacks the reward system. It's a lifelong treatment. Stopping almost always means the people gain the weight back. So it's just another elaborate yo-yo diet. It has known adverse negative effects: abdominal pain, bloating, fatigue, diarrhea, constipation. It also has dental oral health effects because of the dehydration that it does. It has unknown long-term effects because we never had this massive amount of the population on these drugs. It causes hair loss. That's more from the weight loss and the drug, but it's part of one of the cons for sure. You're gonna have a lot of hair loss. And then the costs are a factor. So, the final bit of lecture here. I just saw an ad yesterday for one of these online sites that said, hey, if your doctor refused you GLP1s, don't worry, come to us and we'll supply you. Please do not fall for these charlatans. So unethical, so illegal. These GLP1s should be a last resort, shouldn't be used for prom dresses or wedding dresses or these short-term things. It should be only for the most extreme obese cases. But again, let's heal our trauma first and then work on our weight. All right, I'll put the link to the article with a lot more details below the video. Please take this weekend to think about it. This is an extremely important decision for you and all your loved ones. All right, it's Dr. Randall. I'll see you next week.